It's the lovely pleasure. It's the lovely pleasure.
It gives me so much pleasure to be on this show because it's a platform to celebrate those who are giving back to the society. Today, I'll be bringing on set two superstars because all my guests really are superstars. They think about what they can do to improve the society around them. My first guest will be Miss Vweta Chadwick, who is the program director for Asha Initiative. And afterwards, we'll be meeting with Mr. Dimeji Obofemi, who is the CEO, Multitrex Integrated Foods PLC. Stay with us.
It's the lovely pleasure.
What up, Africa? What up, Lagos? They call me VJ Adams, the king of talk. My name is Jimmy Agbaje. What's up, people? My name is Nosa. My name is Bruno. Want y'all to keep watching. Keep watching. You can inspire someone. You can be a blessing to someone. It's a show that is worth watching. You learn. It's about impacting on people's lives. Keep watching this show. The Lovely Claire Show.
It's the lovely pleasure.
And my guest is Miss Vweta Chadwick. Like I said, she is the program director for Asha Initiative. Vweta, you're welcome on set.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nice to have you again. You were here before.
Yes, ma'am.
Because we did a job at the Ajegunle community in Ikorodu.
Yes.
And before we talk about that, because I want us to reflect on what we did before, tell me about Asha Initiative.
Well, Asha Initiative is a non-profit organization dedicated to advocating for the rights of the most vulnerable in our community, women, girls, persons with disabilities, and disadvantaged youths. Currently, we have ambassadors in the UK, US, Cameroon, Ghana, where we are looking to work with disadvantaged persons from these countries to see how we can empower them holistically.
Okay. You see, when I think about you, I'm just beginning to imagine how many people will take this kind of initiative. Because you're just 26 years old and you're doing so much. I mean, what informs this passion that you have?
Well, like I said the last time I was here, I kind of had, I had health issues a while back, so having a second chance was like an eye-opener for me. I needed to do more, to be more. Not just thinking about me, but thinking about people who could not come out of similar situations because there was nobody to reach out to help them. So that really inspires me. It motivates me to want to give as much as I can to people who I need.
The other time you were here, we had the project we carried out with you. I mean, you came to us, and then working with the Real Woman Foundation, we carried out a project at the Ajegunle community in Ikorodu. We're going to take a very quick look at that, what happened there that day, and we'll be right back to talk with Vweta.
On behalf of the Lovely Claire Show, we have come today again to do what we know how to do best. Now, this wonderful woman is the mother of one of our heroes here.
Mary, please come.
Mary, please come out. We got to know her through the Asha Initiative. She has been in our program and she'll be going for photography. Now, around the time she became very ill, she now could not start, so we became concerned. By the time we called, she and her mother had left this community. And what else did we find out? That they could not, come back, so to speak, because she doesn't have an accommodation anymore. And one of the people that came for our shows, from Multitrex company, the producers of these lovely chocolate drinks, decided that they were going to take them off. And now He has given her money for accommodation, a place to stay, and also these products, almost 20,000 here, naira. These products is going to begin.
Welcome back. So, Vweta, tell me about the Ajegunle community. See, after the work we did there, I want to know, was there any difference? Was there any progress?
The outreach we had at Ajegunle community with the Real Woman Foundation was really impactful, and mainly because we have girls who are willing to make a difference. So I think change begins from within. So we had girls who were willing to be the difference, to be the change. And we continue to follow up on them, because it is one thing to be able to want to bring change, but there's no follow-up, there's nobody to encourage you, to give you the right pointers. So we continue to follow up on them.
So how do you do this on a daily basis? Because I know you have some other project that you do.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we meet once a week, on Saturdays preferably. But lately,
every week?
Yes, ma'am. But lately, we've, the girls we've been working with have progressed so much that we can leave them to have sessions. And we go, say, once every month to sort of supervise.
Well, fantastic, because I think that is actually the idea, where you are building them so that they can build their society as well. So if we can put this in them and let them see the need for it, why they should drive it, then it becomes easier, so that you can look at some other responsibilities or some other project and carry them out. So that's fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
But now I know you're working on a particular project. Can you talk to us about it?
Okay, we just had, there was a week of action against domestic violence in Lagos, which we partnered on that project. What we did was we had an outreach in Ajegunle. Ajegunle, like many other communities in Lagos, has high rates of sexual molestation, domestic violence, domestic abuse. So the girls that we work with, we call them sheroes. They sort of...
What do you mean sheroes? Who is a shero? I always see that on your DP.
A shero is a girl.
Is a
Is a girl
like
hero.
a guy is hero, right?
Yes, so we are taking the word back and we're saying every girl is a shero. So they led this campaign because they've seen lots of things going wrong in the community, and they say, we want to change this. So some of our girls were the ones on the public address system, spearheading the campaign, you know, so...
That's good. Okay, now we're talking about war against domestic violence.
Yes, action.
In Lagos State,
yes,
or in Nigeria as a whole.
In Lagos,
or Lagos has started.
Yes.
Okay, are people really aware of this?
No, actually the law against domestic violence was passed in 2007, but a recent survey carried out by DFID and Savvy showed that the awareness rate of this law is very low. So the Lagos State Gender Advocacy Team, in collaboration with other organizations, Asha Initiative, a part of it, decided to hold a 1 week, to dedicate a week of action to publicize this law. So activities were syndicated in 20 local governments across Lagos. And we used social media, television, radio to also put this message out.
Because you said the law came up since 2007.
Yes.
And honestly, I think I just heard it from you. Now, if a law is passed and the people are not aware, then it's not going to work. And people are still going to keep doing the same thing, and nobody's going to press charges or say anything because they don't even know that it's something to keep them away from it. You know, there is a law against it. Yes,
but the thing is, we don't just want to tell people, we also want to prosecute people, so people know that if you contradict this law, you are going to go in for it. And many women do not come forth with these issues. And when at first they report their husbands or their partners who are abusing them, eventually they withdraw these cases because they are stigmatized within the husband's family, and even within their family, and even within their communities.
Okay, so what should they do? What is the way out?
It all boils down to education, really.
Okay.
You know, and our views about marriage, it needs to change with due respect. A lot of people view marriage as a do-or-die affair. It is a sign of status in your church, in your place of worship. You are married, but
I think basically it's the society.
yes, so we need to change that. And we also need to educate our men, because a lot of men do not even know that they are abusive because they don't know better. So it all boils down to education, really,
So
which is what we are trying to do.
we should have signposts, you know, I mean, different strategies. We should dramatize it. You get, we can put such drama up, you know, and get the public to watch it and tell us their views, their opinions. I'm just thinking that these are little ways that we can help to educate the general public, you know, not just in Lagos State, because I wouldn't know if it's only in Lagos State we have this law. But I think that these are ways that we can help, so that at the end of the day, we do not just embark on a project and then it's just gone. It's
Very
dead
true.
in this process.
I thank you for having me here, because this is an opportunity to educate your viewers about this law and how they can seek redress.
So please
if they are victims,
educate us.
which we have been doing.
Okay.
Like we just told people that the law has been passed in 2007 and it actually criminalizes acts of domestic violence. So in pushing forth this information, we also want to bear in mind persons with disabilities, people who are deaf, blind, who are dumb, hard of speech, because they may not be able to read or hear or see. So how do we carry them along? And a lot of times research has shown that many of them are more susceptible to these abuses. So we need to keep that in mind also.
I know you have some other projects. Can you just
okay, so we have the Include Us project, which is targeted at persons with disabilities.
What did you call it?
Include Us.
Okay.
Yes, so what we do is we tell human stories of persons with disabilities. We do documentaries too. We have the Shiro's craft, where some of the crafts that our Shiros have made are put on display.
I mean, that's the ladies, the girls.
Yes,
because she said every girl is a Shiro.
Yes. So where we put them on display, we have an exhibition. People who come, they patronize them. Then we also have a segment called Unsung Shiros, because...
What did you call that one?
Unsung Shiros.
Unsung
Shiros. Okay. Like people like us, we really don't get celebrated often. How many social workers or change makers have you seen on MTN billboards or...
No.
For advertisement, it is the people who are into music. So this is really to inspire more young people to begin to look into these ways of bringing about difference in their community.
Yeah, doing something for themselves.
So what we do is we project young change makers.
Wow, wow! Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I'm very glad that you spoke to us about this law against domestic violence in our homes. If you're watching me and you never knew, know it now, that there is a law in Lagos State. I don't know if it's in other states, but at least for the purpose of the show, we have a law in Lagos State that is against domestic violence. If you're being mistreated, maltreated by your husband, your wife, as the case may be, your parents, your uncles, I mean your guardians, there is a law against it, and you should speak out. And I heard there is a directory to that effect where we have 24 hours service. You can call in and report any case so that it can actually be handled properly. Okay.
So I would like to present this to you.
Wow,
this is one of the directory of organizations.
Director of Organization and Institution providing support services on domestic violence in Lagos State. In Lagos State. So which means you can call on any numbers here, you know, if you have any such issues and it will be addressed.
No matter what the offenses, you know, counseling support, medical support, you know, taking of evidence to prosecute these cases.
Thank you so much for the work that you're doing. If we can have lots of young girls take up this kind of responsibility, I mean, it will be a very nice place to live in this society.
I can't take all the credit. I have had a lot of people who encourage me, like yourself. You have always been very supportive, so it hasn't been a lonely journey.
I know,
really,
usually it's not. But all the same, well done to you, well done to your crew, and keep doing what you're doing, because indeed together we can make our society a better place to stay. Before you go, of course, we're going to give you a certificate of participation for coming on the Lovely Claire Show to say thank you, my superstar, for coming, and well done for the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm honored, really.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. We're going to go on a very quick break, and when we return, we'll meet with my next guest. Stay with us.
I've known Mr. Ofemi for over 20 years now. When he was an employee before he became an employer.
On duty is somebody who settles for nothing but success.
I would want to describe him like a lion.
You must also give it to him that he can be kind-hearted. What you tend to find is that a lot of the efforts in this hard work that can sometimes be rare to find among chief executives is usually tailored towards benefit for more people than either himself or people that are directly connected with him.
He's a strict disciplinarian, God-fearing, man who is success-driven, very, very passionate, very understanding. He's very, very caring.
He is kind-hearted.
He's a disciplinarian. He does not condone mediocrity. That is where the divergence comes.
Wow, wow, that is my guest, and he's seated right here with us, Mr. Dimeji Obofemi. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful words to hear about you. How do you feel? They kept saying it's a disciplinarian.
I'm sure they're liars.
I don't think so, because you look it actually. Because coming here, you told me, I need you to confirm the time. Is it really for this time? I said, yes. You said, I hope it's going to be because I have other things. And truth is, I've been on my toes. I've been saying, please, he's a very busy man. I don't want him to come, and he's not able to wait and all that. So, tell me more about you, if you think they're liars.
Me, 56 years old, lucky enough to get education, and privileged to find an industry where I feel fulfilled. But still I have a lot of challenges, even with the economy itself, not encouraging anybody who is stupid enough or crazy enough to want to do manufacturing. I've noticed how many times light went out here. And if you can imagine a factory like ours, adding value to main agricultural commodity of the country. And we use 3 tankers of diesel every week. So you want to ask, if you give us 1.7 billion naira cash in 2012, which is about 3.5 years, or 3 years, 2011, 3.5 years, and you're saying, where's that money now? When actually what we needed was 4 billion at a go. Otherwise, you start to lose money because the minimum cost is there, but you're not achieving capacity. So government is the enabler, but they get involved in stopping good things from moving. All we can do is appeal to them to try and understand that it's very difficult to be an industrialist.
So is that why you are a disciplinarian? Everybody said,
well,
if not for the
discipline,
yes,
the factory won't be standing till today.
Truth.
If you have the company has capacity to employ 3,000 people. We're just about 216 or 212 in February, and we had to ask 112 to go. That's very painful.
Yeah, that's not good.
And for the rest to be able to cope, you require to be both kind-hearted and disciplinarian.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, even God would bless you and give conditions to say, thou shalt do this, and if thou shalt not do this, here is the discipline that goes with it. So,
I think...
I have no apologies.
Exactly, you shouldn't. I think that people always have issues with disciplined people. You know, so it's very strict, it's very disciplined, it's very this. But the truth is, if you have a goal and you have to pursue it and get to where you're going, you just have to be. You can't always bend at them, whatever people say, just to make them happy, and at the end of the day, you're not able to fulfill your purpose.
Well, you could choose between making people happy and they end up badly, or insist on rules. Anywhere there are no rules, then you can do anything. It's like the book called Alice in Wonderland. Trying to get into a destination, and he's asked, where are you going? He said, anywhere. The tortoise said, take any route. So to have a defined route, first and foremost, is to be disciplined about how you go about it. After all, God himself gave us the 10 commandments. That is discipline. You do this, thou shalt not do this, shalt not do this, I shall not do this.
Anyway, I think I like that you're disciplined. Yes, it's good. You were on the show before and you gave cash gift, beverages and sanitaries and all that to the Little Saints Orphanage. And today you're here. So the biggie, I want to ask you, what do you have for the children here, or even those that are not here, through this show?
We can promise steady supply of this because it's a major thing that they need in such orphanages, and also because I do this on my own.
We work with old people too.
Yes, so this also will supply, because it's not about how much, it's about continuity, sustainability of it. And if by chance we find 1, 2 kids that are desirous of education or learning skills, and they are unable to proceed because they haven't got the resources to do it, please introduce them on a case-by-case basis. And we'll see what we can do.
And then, of course, you said steady supply of...
yes, this doesn't... The company doesn't have to... I mean, CSR requires us to even give gifts where it's not as enough as possible. We just need to know which houses and how does it get to them to be able to prove that it actually gets to the bottom of it.
So all I need to do now is to give you the list of the old people's home, give you the list of the orphanage, and every month...
we do it on the basis of Lovely
Ikorodu Show. Wow, fantastic, fantastic. You know, I've never really tasted this more and
Frangada, I'm told
so
people don't like the taste.
No, I think
they wrongly say is bitter, but no, it's cocoa taste. Because you should also remember that in the society, everything that is bitter is good for the body.
Yes.
And everything that is too sweet
is not good.
It's not so good, except when you are growing up, which is where more comes in.
I'll start with that.
Yeah.
Thank
do it once or twice a day, and you'll be glad that you did.
Morning and night.
Morning and night.
Okay, fine. So I can have one, right?
Yes.
Or there's a carton.
We brought a couple of...
wow. For me and everybody else. Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So now, Mr. Dimeji Owofemi, CEO Multi-Treks Integrated Food PLC, is willing to help sponsor children who are not able through the Lovely Ikorodu Show. I am very, very happy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Well done. Well done. So, sir, before you go, we're going to give you a certificate of participation on the Lovely Ikorodu Show, just to say thank you for coming and thank you for giving. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. I want to say thank you very much, and I promise you that I will look for a job and put this on top of my priority. At least I deserve a promotion, so this is another certificate.
Yes, you do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm always so glad to be here because it's an opportunity to touch yet another life, to make an impact, to make a difference in our society. Of course, you've heard all about Multi-Treks Integrated Foods, PLC, and all that is given today. I am very happy, and I know that we have a lot of people out there who wants to do the same thing. So please call on us so that together we can make our society a better place and build lives. Thank you for watching the show. We'll see you next time. Bye.
It's the Lovely Ikorodu Show.